Hello everyone, my name is Billy, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create an Azure CDN with the Blob Storage Endpoint. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is sign into your Azure portal, and we're going to add the services to your favorites. So the first service we're going to add is the storage account service. And the second one we're going to add is the CDN Profile. Okay, so you have to create one of each account, so let's get started with the storage account. So the storage account will be where your images will actually live. We'll give this a name. So since this is where my images will live, I'll give it the name images. And apparently mine has been used, so I'm going to give it name dev. So it will be in my development. And I'm going to choose blob storage and local redundancy. Okay, looks good. So review and create. And once it validates some basic information, we will click create. Perfect. So if you want a more detailed tutorial on how to actually use the blob storage, I have another video you can check out. So while this is deploying, we will now create our CDN profile. Okay. Click create profile and give this a name. So just your learning CDN. Choose your resource group. And then you want to choose your pricing tier next. So I'm going to go with standard Akamai. And if you don't really have an idea which one to choose, go with standard Akamai. It is more of the industry standard. And if you want to see the other options and what they offer, there's a quick little feature list. But I think a better place to go to look more of the feature list is this page right here, which I will provide in the description below. And also a more detailed of the pricing breakdown will be here. Zone 1 is North America, and you can see that it gets cheaper as you kind of fill it up more with blobs. Back here, and let's click create. Okay, let's check the status. So my storage account is created, and I'm going to now set up some images while the CDN actually gets created. Okay, so let's go here, and let's choose blob. So like I said, this is where your files will physically be located, and when they're accessed through the CDN. So we're going to create two containers. We're going to create a public container that will be accessible from anywhere, and we're going to create a private container just so you can see how to restrict access. Perfect. So let's upload an image to the public container. This, and choose the city to be public. Okay. And now let's upload something to the private container. The hill. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm also going to do one more thing. I'm going back to public. I'm going to upload. And I want to add folder path so you can kind of see how the CDN generates its URL. I'm going to call this another. And I'm going to move the ocean in here, and I'm going to this. Upload folder to another. Upload. Perfect. So just to kind of mirror the similar folder structure that you saw, so that you can see that it does kind of have relative pathing. So once that's all done, let's check this. Perfect. Upload, CDN container. Now let's connect the two. So we will go back to the CDN profile. I'll go here. So this is the endpoint part where you connect your storage account to your CDN profile. So click add an endpoint. And then this will be the URL if you don't have a custom URL. So this will be called Just Your Learning CDN. So the full URL will be justyourlearningcdn.azureedge.net. And I'm going to choose the storage account that I just created. So you can see here that this dev one is the one I just created. And for optimized for general web delivery. And click add. So this will take a couple minutes to get set up. And while it gets set up, I will show you the different paths to do. Go here, and we'll get the URLs now. So here, So public, and you'll click on the blob itself, and you'll grab this URL from browser. This is one. Then we'll go inside this, grab the ocean, and another. So these are your two images on the public access. And we'll grab the private one just so you can see that you can actually access it. Okay, so this is your private. These two are your public. So you can see that the public, then public, and then into another path called another. So these are now directly on your blob storage, but they're not very good for actually delivering to the public, since this blob storage is not optimized for that. So we're going to now use the CDN to actually access these, because the CDN will cache it and they'll have better performance. So let's go to this, click this, and by now the endpoint should be here. Perfect. Let's copy this now, and we're going to replace the blob storage part of the URL with this, and you should get the same result. And make sure clear cache. Same thing. Let's go here, and there you go. So now you have both public ones, and let's make sure that our private one is not actually accessible through the CDN. There you go. Perfect. So there are scenarios where you do want to see your private one, and this is how you do it. So you go to storage account, you go to your blob container, go to your private, go here, and you want to go generate SAS. So you want to generate your SAS token. You can set up your expiry. Okay, and you want to grab this, and you want to just append that as a variable, and there you go. So you have now a SAS token for your CDN. Okay, and that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and if you did, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be creating another tutorial very soon about Azure DevOps and probably how to deploy an ASP.NET Core app to the Azure App Service, so make sure you stay tuned for that.